What's up guys, Account23 and welcome to my end of the year Blu-ray DVD update. Now I do apologise for not being on YouTube for a good couple of months. It just got to a point where I wasn't buying that much stuff anyway, and it's just I didn't really feel jazzed to do videos really. I just kind of was getting on with buying stuff and watching stuff. But I wasn't really buying loads. I thought there's no point in doing updates, so I thought I'd just then it each week rolled into the next, and I thought I just can't be bothered. So I thought I'd wait till the end of the year to do a big update. This kind of update where this is like the past month and a half, I think about a month and a half pickups. So quite a lot of stuff, but this will be the last update of the year. I'm doing this on the 27th of December. Because I really don't think I'm going to be buying anything else between now and the end of the year. So I thought I'd do it now. I've got the time to do it, so yeah, I'll do it. Some DVD box set, CD box sets. These will include some Boxing Day deal pickups as well. And yeah, so stuff I've picked, like I say, about a month and a half. Some of the stuff I got today. Some of the stuff I've had for a few weeks. So yeah, let's get straight into it. So. Yeah, the first DVD I'll be showing off today is a Pound Shop pickup. Mainly got this because it looked like an interesting plot. The cast, yeah, it had Michael Eklund in it, but yeah, I am a biggish fan of his. But also stars Luke Goss. I thought it looked like a decent Pound Shop pickup, and it is Luke Goss. I zoom out a bit there. Luke Goss in Pressed. I'll zoom out a bit more. Yeah, in Pressed. This film wasn't really good. It wasn't like horribly terrible, but it wasn't good at all. Yeah, basically this guy who sees like an old friend he was friends with in college. Basically says that he can make him like loads of money. He recently got fired from his job, so he's kind of jobless, and he's trying to get some money. So he gets into this deal with this guy, and they do they have to leave it in a car, and someone will pick it up. But unfortunately, two kids take the opportunity to steal that one car. Very coincidentally, to steal the one car that has loads of money in it, that's going to I think it's like a drug deal. And then, of course, the whole thing goes wrong. Luke Goss's character kidnaps the two kids, and he tries to get the money to this other guy. He actually kills the guy he's gone into this deal with, by Michael Eklund, and it's just pretty disjointed. The kids who the kids in the film were just boring. Like, there's completely unnecessary scenes of them hanging out together, and then apparently one of the guys' wife is, for one of a better word, a whore, and he's low on cash. And then he's the guy who's saying like, "Oh, let's spend all this stuff," and then the other guy's like, "Not," and then the roles flip around, and the ending was not really a non-starter, because it didn't really start anything, but it was just nothing. I didn't feel like depressed watching this, but it's not a very good film at all. Obviously it just has it did not need to be an 18 whatsoever. There's nothing in here that could have made it an 18, 15, definitely 15, definitely, but not an 18. But yeah, I think it's on Netflix or something. If you're bored, you might like it, but it wasn't very good. And the next Pound Shop pickup is a film. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched this one yet, but I mainly got this for the cast. You got Devon Sawa, who I'm a massive fan of, Nick Stahl, and who else is it? Mia Kirshner, who I've seen in a few things, but I'm not really clued up on what kind of actor she is. It looks like a decent. It's it's Sliver crossed with, I don't know. It's just I think like a guy takes people hostage, or like he's like a Rear Window / with Sliver. I don't know exactly what it is, but like this guy's been filming this couple. Then he uses the information he gets to play them off against each other. But it looks like a decent watch, so I'll watch it soon enough. It's called 388 Arletta Avenue. Yeah, and so I haven't watched that one yet, but it looks like an interesting one enough. And next thing is a box set which I got just this morning, which I actually bought on the Boxing Day sales week on Amazon. kind of annoyed because there was some good stuff on yesterday in this deals week, but I kind of missed the stuff I wanted to get. Wanted to get the Oz box set. I wanted to get the that Sin City big box set, which I had for I think about 22 quid, which I would have got. There was something else as well, but I can't remember what that was. But I got a few decent things that I wanted to get, so I'm not too. I'm just kind of I'm not kind of consigned to the fact that I'm not destined to get that Oz Blue or that Oz complete series set, at least not for a decent price. But it might come back later in the week. I don't know. But the one thing, couple of things that I did pick up was a box set of my favourite stand-up comedian of all time. He's recently announced his retirement. Whether that will actually be true, I'm not quite sure yet. But it is the Lee Evans box set from all his live shows from 1994 from 1994 to 2011. Sorry, but now I did have the kind of I remember getting like a big box set of this for my Boxing Day thing, which I kind of like chucked the box set away. I kept kind of the discs, so I'll be kind of flogging them somehow. But I really wanted to get this one because it has all the shows and all the shows from 2011, but in a kind of in slimmer cases, so it's it's saved a lot of space on the shelf. But yeah, it includes a couple of the little slim cases have 2 discs in them, but the rest of them have one each. It's Live at Majesty's, Life in the West End, Different Planet Tour, Live in Scotland, Wild and Wonderful Live in Wembley, my favourite show of his, XL Tour 05 Live, Big Live at the O2 and Roadrunner Live at the O2. I do have Roadrunner on Blu-ray, but yeah, it's a box set. I think cost me about, well, it would have cost me, I think it was £16 or something, I think, in the deal. But yeah, I'll explain why I got these for cheaper when I get to the rest of them. So yeah, Lee Evans definitely my favourite stand-up of all time, and I've also just downloaded his book on Audible.com. Him reading his autobiography, which is really cool. This is augmented reality, a load of bullshit in my opinion. Yeah, get us all the shows on there, and yeah, so that's basically it. So that is the Lee Evans box set. And the other box set I got was a show. Now I watched, I think, like the first 1 or 2 episodes of this. I downloaded them because I heard there's like a few kind of US shows that I hadn't watched that I heard were really good. It was this and Parks and Rec, which I'm a massive fan of. And but I wanted to pick up this set because, yeah, I always see it in HMV and it's always 40 quid, which is not a bad price for 4 seasons, 5 quid a season. There was no possible way I'd be paying that. And then this came on the the Boxing Day deals week on Amazon for, again, I would have paid 20 quid, I think it was, which was a decent price, like I said, for 4 seasons. Yeah, I kind of liked the show for what I saw, but I did hear from a lot of people that if you don't like it at the beginning, it does get better towards kind of the middle of the first season, and it kind of gets better from there. So I'm willing to give it another go and to kind of watch more of it. And that is the seasons 1 to 4 box set of Community. Yeah, I'll say I watched the first couple of episodes. I did like it, but the main guy, Joel McHale, yeah, Joel McHale. I don't really particularly like him, but I do, like I say, I have heard that these characters get kind of more tolerable as the seasons go on. So I'm willing to give it another go, like I said. It also includes a EV copy for all 4 seasons, which I'll be flogging on eBay. Hopefully get quite a lot for that, actually. Obviously, it's never going to be released on Blu-ray in the UK. I don't know if it has a Blu-ray release in the US. I don't think it does, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, I wanted to. Like I say, I keep seeing it, and I've always wanted to get it, and I thought, yeah, I'd pick it up for cheap. Well, for cheaper, but more or less half price, really. Because it has a lot of special features as well. It says like commentaries, featurettes, and stuff like that. Now I believe this is more down to the special features than anything else, but it says 15 contains very strong language and strong sex references. But I believe that's more of kind of like the kind of blooper reels and stuff like that. So it might not be too bad, but yeah, I'm looking forward to kind of delving into this a bit more. Now I do know season 5 is out as well, but 1 to 4 box set is decent enough for me. And I don't really know when this is going to kind of like officially end. Don't think it has already, but I know there's that whole thing with Dan Harmon and Chevy Chase, which kind of I think was cancelled, then it came back again. So yeah, looking forward to checking this one out. So that's Community seasons 1 to 4. And the last, oh no, the last thing I got in the, show this one first, in the deals week was for £6. Now I do own the individual releases, but I wanted to get a double pack again, just mainly to save space. Again, it would have cost me about £6, but that's been best. I got this, but I had a £10 voucher. I'm not going to go into why, but basically I had a £10 gift certificate, so I kind of redeemed it against some of these. So you could say I got this for free and some money off some other things. I could say I got that community set for £10, but whatever. But altogether it was £25 with the voucher for these three things. The last thing I got was the Home Alone 1 and 2 double pack. Now the reason I didn't kind of seek this one out, because I didn't actually know that there was a double pack of just the first two films in the UK. I knew there was a German one, but I didn't know that there was a UK one. And then I remember, I think someone posted on Facebook that they got this the other day, and I thought, well, I'd never seen that before. So well, I've obviously seen the films, but I've never seen kind of the double pack. So yeah, it's made to save space. Like I say, I've got the two individual releases here, which I'll be selling, and yeah, but again, save space, and also I'll get a slim case to put both the discs in, and yeah, just the Blu-ray discs, obviously. Of course, the individual releases do have the DVD release in there as well, but I don't really particularly need that anymore, so I probably won't be keeping it. So yeah, absolutely love these films. I watched them on Christmas Eve. Absolutely love. Second one is probably my favourite Christmas film of all time. Mainly because I haven't watched like loads and loads of Christmas films, but really like it. I definitely think it's better than the first one. I do really like the first one, but the second one is more or less perfect. You got a great cast in there, like Tim Curry and Brenda Fricker and all that. I already showed that, never mind. But yeah, this is one of the things that really needs to be in every single person's collection, I believe. And yeah, I think it's probably in most people's, but yeah, that's Home Alone Double. Ooh. So yeah, explain all that voucher business. So yeah, let's get into the Blu-ray. So like I said, this has been kind of accumulated over the past few weeks. And the first thing I'll show off is actually a Christmas present I got from my brother. And unfortunately, he bought it, and the guys in HMV forgot to take the little red tag thing out. So I had to kind of break the case, which is the only reason why this is in a blue case now. I will be getting a clear Blu-ray case for this at some point. And it is the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, or Das Cabinet des Dr. Caligari, which is a silent film from 1920. Watched this on Christmas Day, and a perfect Christmas film, right? I liked it. It's the first silent film I'd ever seen. Like I said, I did like it. It didn't blow me away or anything, but I did like it. Kind of the ending is pretty heartbreaking when you kind of think about it. Obviously I won't go into any spoiler or anything, but this is the Masters of Cinema release. Like I say, this will be in a clear Blu-ray case soon enough, so don't panic. And yeah, got a lot of special features. Got what special features there are, they are very, 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 very good. You got about a 50-minute documentary of the film, which is in German, and then what I kind of say about this film is that it really is, unless you like completely kind of like taking in what you're seeing, it's going to be hard because watching a kind of a foreign film is hard because of the subtitles. So unless you're really paying attention, you're not gonna get it. With a silent film, if you're not kind of concentrating, you're not going to kind of understand it. But with a foreign silent film, there's no chance unless you really kind of focus on the film, nothing else. So maybe if I kind of watch it again, I'll enjoy it a bit more. But I don't really plan to seek out loads of kind of silent films, but I'll watch them kind of here and there. But yeah, I did like it. I didn't not like it, but it didn't really kind of blow me away or anything. But it was decent. So that's the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. And the next one, well, there's a story about this. Yeah. So I bought this set on Zavi when it was cheap. It was £15, whereas everywhere else it was like £18, £19, £20. I said to myself, well, I'd rather have it, and I know that Arrow do sometimes kind of send stuff earlier. So I said to myself, I wanted to get it, I'd rather get it cheaper than earlier. And then, of course, I got it from Zavi, and it was horribly damaged. I was still in the process of sending it back for a refund. Like we all know, the customer returns department for Zavi couldn't find their arse with both hands. It's the system is flawed. Then you have to kind of send them an email, and then they don't reply for at least 24 hours. Then they kind of that I sent a picture to them about the damage and said, I'll offer you a 10% refund. No fucking chance. So I said, no, I want to return this for a full refund. And I said, that's fine. Then I got the returned label, and it was for the wrong item because I'd ordered this with something else, and they kind of flagged up the wrong item. Then I had to kind of email them again, which I had to wait for another 24 hours. The whole thing is absolutely fucked. I don't know why they can't be like Amazon and be really, really useful, but no. Zabi are shite. I don't know why I keep buying from these numbnuts. I don't know why. I'm actually got a well, not a New Year's resolution, but a thing. I am never ever going to buy a box set from Zabi. Amore releases, fair enough, because if there are damaged, they're easy to replace and they're not particularly easily damaged. But this one, I was just so pissed off. I was really looking forward to it. Then I had to kind of reorder from Arrow, which I should have done in the first place. It was about £3 more expensive, but I got it. It was a tiny bit damaged, but no way as bad as the one from Xavi. And that is the Necromantic Blu-ray box set from Arrow Video. A very, very good release of a very, very strange film from 1987, directed by Jörg Buttgereit, about a couple of necrophiliacs. Yeah, it's not the exactly a perfect date film, really. Some very grotesque and bizarre imagery in this. The kind of the threesome scene is, even when I think about it, makes me feel physically sick. It's not a great film. It's very short as well. It's about an hour and 10 minutes, I believe, which is about the longest you'd want a film about necrophiliacs to be, really. Obviously, there was a big thing, the fact that the BBFC certificated this completely uncut. This is the first release of the film in the UK, let alone an uncut version. And it has a really good documentary on this, about a 45-minute documentary with a kind of like talking heads kind of thing, talking about the kind of the history of this film, and when they showed it at a film festival, and kind of the whole kind of furor behind the content of it and stuff, and the fact that it was like illegal to own and stuff. It got in kind of linked up to the whole kind of video nasties thing. Now it does have a tiny bit of damage. There's a few little kind of nicks on it, but nothing. But not too bad. I'm definitely going to keep this one. Got some nice embossing on the front. You got an embossed title as well. And then on the side, you got an embossed title again. And then you got tons of special features. You also get two short films by the director. You also get a booklet as well. I'm not going to show you the image on the reverse because it might give you nightmares. Well, I don't know, depends how old you are, really. But yeah, really nice set, really high quality stuff. It is a bit kind of, not thin, but it is a bit kind of papery. It is nice, quality cardboard, but it just feels a bit loose, I think. But yeah, tons of special features. You got obviously the film in HD. You've also got the DVD copy of the film in here as well. Got two short films which both contain commentaries. You got a commentary on the actual film by the director Jörg Buttgereit. Then you got kind of documentaries. There's featurettes and stuff like that about the film. A really nice set. Again, Arrow knock it out of the park once again. And another one of those films that you would never expect that anyone would release, but Arrow have done a very good job. It looks pretty well. It looks all right on. It looks good for a film filmed on Super 8. I'll say that. But yeah, it's a really nice set. I don't know if I'm going to be watching the film anytime soon, but for the edition that it is, it's well worth the £19 I paid. Like I say, I should have ordered from there already at first. But yeah, that took about 20 minutes to explain. But yeah, that is Necromantic from Arrow. Oh man, my arse is going numb now. And these next few, I did go to the 3 for 20 at HMV a couple of times in the past about a month and a half, 2 months, and this is one that I got just recently. Now I do have the steelbook of this, but I kind of hate the steelbook, which is why I'm going to be selling it soon. But I wanted to get just the regular release. That is Inside Llewyn Davis. This was part of the 5 for 30 in HMV, which I was waiting for it to be for that. I know it'd been kind of £10 for the past couple of months. I really want to get it in the 5 for 30. There's a lot of films. Yeah, I'm going to say this. I have a new New Year's resolution that I am not, unless I desperately want to watch it, I am not going to buy any new release Blu-rays that I can't wait, that I can wait to be in the 5 for 30. I just keep buying films, and then like a few months later in the 5 for 30, I'm thinking, why didn't I wait? I didn't actually buy Dallas Buyers Club, but then I saw that in the 5 for 30. I was thinking, this hasn't been out. This hasn't been out for that long. But yeah, I wanted to get this great film. I still don't quite know if it's one of my favourites of the year, but I know it came out last year in the US, so it can kind of qualify for that. It's a really good film. Watched this again a few days ago. Really good. Just wholesome and entertainment, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, really good film. Obviously, by the Coen, it's going to be really, cinematography is great. Even though their regular photographer Roger Deakins didn't do this film, because I believe they were doing this at the same time as they filmed Prisoners, and he did that film, so he wasn't available to do this one. But I think this looks But I reckon this is one of the best looking Coen Brothers films I've ever seen, so I'm not complaining at all. And obviously Prisoners was an amazing film as well. But yeah, that's Inside Llewyn Davis. And as I'm going to fall over. And right, there's another little story to this. Basically, there was this offer on Zabi that there was this thing you could sign up to called MasterCard MasterPass. Basically, if you bought something using this service, they would give you a £10 voucher in return. So I picked like the cheapest thing I could find that I'd actually want to get. And in retrospect, I could have waited, and I couldn't have waited because I was thinking, could have bought there's Wolf Creek on there for £2 the other day. I could have bought that. But mainly bought this because it said Xavi exclusive, and I know the release of Open Grave had like a really nice slipcover, and it was a pretty good release, and it was like an exclusive Blu-ray. So I thought this would be the same. It had like a number on the spine, which I thought this one would do, but it doesn't. It doesn't even come with the slipcover. If I'd have known that, I probably wouldn't have bought it. I mean, there's that Birth of the Living Dead documentary that is still going there. This is 600 only, but it's still available. So I still think that's absolute shite. But yeah, I think this one said about 1,000 copies, and I got it because it's a British film. I'm a big fan of kind of low-budget British films when they're done well. I haven't watched this one yet, but it doesn't look anything particularly great. It's got that guy from EastEnders in, Matt D'Angelo. Alan Ford, though, I'm a big fan of his. But yeah, big fan of Alan Ford from Lock, Stock, and it's kind of weird because the one thing I always think of him as is the East End thug from Armando Iannucci shows. If you don't stop spinning, I'll come in there and catch you. But anyway, yeah, it looks okay. That is the smoke. Like I say, I wouldn't have bought this usually, but I wanted to get it for the offer. It's kind of annoying because the code they send you a code, it doesn't even work yet. But I've heard that someone said that if you email them, they kind of if you email them it doesn't work, they'll kind of sort it out. But whether that's actually true, I've no idea because that'll be a shite. But yeah, it's called The Smoke. I don't even know the story of it. I think he kind of steals something from a gangster, and the gangster tries to come and get him, and then he has a girlfriend or something. But yeah, it's a signature entertainment release, which means it's not going to be like a high quality art. But there we have the disc itself. When it says Xavi exclusive, I believe it's just the Blu-ray that is exclusive. I think you can get it on DVD from everywhere else, but yeah, it looks. I'll watch it eventually, but I'm not in any rush to see it. So that's The Smoke. This was one of the ones in the 5 for 30, along with Inside Llewyn Davis, and that is the first. Now, I did say a while ago that this was the first ever Terry Gilliam film I ever saw. That's not quite true. I have seen Baron Munchausen, but I don't remember much about it and haven't kind of watched it very recently. But I absolutely love this film. I have seen kind of clips of Gilliam films. I've never kind of really watched them from beginning to end. I really like this one. I saw it at the cinema, and that is the Zero Theorem. Again, part of the 5 for 30, so a decent price. They got a great cast of Christoph Waltz, David Thewlis. Who else you got? David Thewlis. Melanie Thierry, who I've never heard of, and Lucas Hedges, who I've never heard of. But a really good film, though. I don't quite remember some of the plot because it's quite complicated. But it comes with the slipcover. There's a good thing with Sony titles is that usually when you get a slipcover, this slipcover itself is sealed, which is really cool to see. It's got really nice shininess to it. It's got embossing on the front, and the only thing ruins it is of course the purple banner, and for some reason the star ratings are embossed and nothing else is apart from the title. And then there's the back. Then take the slipcover off, and then we have the disc and the ultraviolet code. So yeah, I'll flag that on eBay soon enough. Yeah, really love this film. Like I say, because I know people say that it's not great because it's not Terry Gilliam's best, but because of the fact that I haven't really seen many of Terry Gilliam's films, is the fact that I think I enjoyed it as much as I did. I don't know if it's been one of my favourites of the year, but it might be kind of an honourable mention maybe. But yeah, really like this one, so that's a Zero Theorem. Yeah, this next title is a film I bought in the 5 for 30 along with Zero Theorem and Inside Llewyn Davis. One of the more underrated films of the year, I thought. It stars Vince Vaughn and Chris Pratt, and that is Delivery Man. Really quite like this one. You got basically a guy played by Vince Vaughn who finds out that he used to donate sperm to a sperm bank, and he finds out that for some kind of clerical error, his sperm got sent off to, or got used by a lot of different women. Then he finds out he has like thousands of kids, and different things happen. He's tried to get to know some of them, and then kind of near the end they sue him for I think kind of like child support kind of thing. But I really like this one. Vince Vaughn is more subdued in this role. I know a lot of people kind of, when he's like the crazy Vince Vaughn character, you know, he plays like a lot of the same characters, but like I say, more subdued in this, more kind of watered down, I think, which is a good thing, because I know he can get a bit tiresome at times. I know Matt is not a big fan of his at all, but yeah, I wanted to get this on Blu-ray, and I'm glad I waited again, which kind of links back to the whole I'm not buying any new releases unless I desperately have to thing. But yeah, really cool. Really good film, I thought. Not like anything like 5-star amazing film, but I think it gave about a 7 out of 10, I think. Yeah, I did a full review of this, and then we just see this by itself. But yeah, I might watch this tonight actually. So yep, so that's Delivery Man. Got quite a pile next to me there. And the next one is another one I got from the 5 for 30 along with those last three. And there's a film that is not. The Blu-ray is not usually cheap, and so to see it in the 5 for 30 I was quite surprised at. Unfortunately it has no special features, but I do. Oh no, that's right. I was going to say I thought this is a UK only release, but I know it is in the US as well. I don't know if the sequel will ever get a Blu-ray release, but I hope it does. Maybe they'll bring this out with like more special features, but as it is, it only has a theatrical trailer, which I believe is the same as the US, which is kind of disappointing, because I would love to see some kind of like retrospective documentary on this with kind of like the cast and stuff. But there you go, and that is the Addams Family. As I said, this is not usually down in price a lot, so when I saw that I absolutely snapped it up at that price. Yeah, don't remember kind of loads about this film, but I do remember really enjoying it. One thing I didn't actually know that I kind of found out after watching this film was the fact that the sequel is straight to video. I never knew that. I thought it was theatrical as well, but yeah, this is the original. And don't know if it's the best because I haven't seen it for quite a while, but I remember this was when it was on TV, it always used to be shown like really late at night, which is why I always thought that it was like really kind of like not offensive, but kind of like really not for kids. But it's only a PG, so it's not too bad. There's kind of like some elements of like horror and stuff in there. It's not bad. It says in here mild comic violence and horror, which yeah, is fair enough. Great cast though. Raul Julia, who I can't remember if it was the second one was his last film, or was it Street Fighter? I can never remember, but one of those was the last film. Of course, Angelica Houston, Christina Ricci, Christopher Lloyd. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Joan Cusack's in the second one. Yeah, but yeah, it looks like a really decent watch. Like I say, it's not usually down in price, so yeah, pretty cool to pick that up. I do hope the sequel does get re-released, but I don't know if it will. But yeah, there we have it, the Addams Family. The last Blu-ray I actually got in that 5 for 30 is a film where it's kind of a new release, new kind of restoration of the film that I bought on Blu-ray a few months ago now, kind of towards the beginning of the month, or it might have been last year even. This is the remastered version, and again, I remember when this first came out and it was 20 quid in HMV. I was like, what? Who is going to pay that? But But then obviously again, if I just wait, I wait and I wait, I'll wait, which is fair enough. I'm not bothered about waiting for this film because yeah, I'm really just not bothered waiting. Like I say, again, links back to the fact that I'm not buying any new releases, but it is a Rain Man, the remastered edition. Like I say, it's always, I thought this would be always really expensive, and I don't, because I do remember I went into HMV, I saw this in the 5 for 30, and then I saw another one of this, which was the same thing, but just like a different like physical thing, which had a different price on it. So I don't know if I was lucky and got the only one left that was in the 5 for 30, or if the other one would have kind of come in the 5 for 30 the tills. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, again, snap this one up. Like I say, I had the original release, and I do believe this is but it is remastered, and I do believe this is better than the original Blu-ray. Got loads of special features. Well, enough special features. Got a deleted scene, kind of history of the film. Like a look at autism. Got a trailer, got a commentary, three commentaries even. Sorry, not quite sure why they couldn't have had that in one commentary, but it's 3 commentaries by 3 different people. Region free. I know it is released in the US as well, so you don't really have to import it, but you can if you want. But yeah, that is Rain Man, the remastered version. So yeah, looking forward to checking that one out again. First time I saw it was on TV, and I still maintain this is Dustin Hoffman's best performance ever. But yeah, there we have. I haven't seen all of his films. I've never seen Tootsie. I've never seen kind of his most famous films. But this one I really like. So that's Rain Man. The last 3. This is a pound shop pickup, which is good because if I would have paid more for this, I would have been annoyed. It's called War Games. Again, I got it from the pound shop. It's not a good film at all. You can say I'm so nonchalant about it. It's just not a very good film. The characters I hated. It's one of those films where I kind of found myself rooting for the bad guy to kill all these idiots off, which is not usually a good thing. So now the film like this, I'm going to give away spoilers because I don't really give a shit. Basically, there's this, I'm not going to tell the whole story, but there's a scene where this her girl's sister gets kidnapped, and then she's held up by chains and stuff, and the sister kind of goes in trying to rescue her, and there's two kind of Russian guys talking, and she's kind of chained up, and one of the guys kind of goes off, and the other guy kind of goes up to this girl, and I was thinking, oh, he's gonna maybe touch her and stuff, and he's just gonna walk off. But then he got a knife, slit her throat open, and that was it. And I loved that. I just love that they killed all of them off, because I didn't care one iota about any of these characters. I didn't care anything about the backstory. The acting wasn't that good. It was good enough, but it wasn't great. The plot was all over the place. There were kind of scenes that made no sense, but scenes that didn't really feel like they fitted anywhere. In the opening, I don't quite know why that's there in the first place. We got a commentary with the director and a gallery for special features. Like I said, if I'd have paid even 1 penny more for this, I would have been pissed off. But yeah, I can trade in CH, probably get my money back, possibly. But yeah, it's not good at all. I wouldn't say go out and get it. Even if you see it at the pound shop, I'd say stay away from it. But I don't know if it's on Netflix, but well, I mean, you had some good qualities, I guess, but overall it was shit. So that's War Games. I believe it's there's a subtitle as well, but I don't know really care what that is. And the penultimate release in this end of year Blu-ray update is a film. I made a rant about this a few months ago when it first came out. That the fact that when it first came out it was 20 quid, which is quite the norm for Paramount releases, which is extremely annoying because Paramount do bring out some really good films. And yeah, obviously I was never going to buy it for 20 quid, even though I really love the film. There's no way I was going to pay that. But again, waiting paid off, and I got this for less than a £5, which is much better than 20 quid. It was weird because there was a time on Amazon a couple of weeks ago that it kind of kept fluctuating in price but it always kind of stayed below £5. I think once it was £5.60, then it was £4.80, then it went up to about £4.90. I got it, I think, for about £5.84 or something, I think, which is a perfectly good price. And yeah, I really want to pick this up because I really like the film. It was one of my favourite. I believe it was in my top 20 last year, not my top 10. But I really loved it, and that is Nebraska. Again, we all know that this was there was kind of, well, not a petition, but kind of a lot of people on the forums kind of complained about how ridiculously priced it was, which is perfectly fine. I mean, to be fair, I don't know. I don't think it was actually HMV's fault. I believe that Paramount actually kind of like set the prices for their releases, so it might not be their fault. And also, I kind of got annoyed that it didn't include the one special feature they included on the US disc, which was the kind of 45-minute documentary of the film. But from watching it afterwards, I do know that it was on there. It's just not advertised on the back anywhere. There's nothing even on it that says special features runtime or anything, so which kind of put me off a bit. But it does have the documentary. It's a very good documentary. Kind of the inception of the film all the way to the finish of it. But yeah, really, really good film. Really funny, really heartwarming. Bruce Dern, fantastic performance. Will Forte, fantastic. Also got June Squibb in there, who's nominated for an Oscar. Also got Devin Ratray in there as well, and a ton of other really good actors. But yeah, really, really good. I definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it already. I know a lot of people have. Alexander Payne is a fantastic director. Like I say, Sideways is one of my favourite films of all time. I think the only film I haven't seen of his is Election, which I've heard is very, very good. I've seen Citizen Ruth, which is his debut film, and even that was really, really good. And then we have the back. Like I said, nothing on here whatsoever that even indicates that there's any special features on this. It contains infrequent strong language and moderate sex references. A masterpiece. Yeah, I would say that actually. I love the fact that it's filmed in black and white. I actually love that. Gives it a really kind of oldie film feel to it. Then we've got one of the best films of the year from Rolling Stone. I don't know if the Empire, Charming and Beautiful, 5 stars from Empire on the front there. But yeah, highly recommended if you haven't seen it already. And so that's Nebraska. And the very last title, and the ironic, I think one of the first titles I actually bought in the kind of from my last update was a release from saw this in Tesco. And I saw it came with a slipcover, which was really quite a nice slipcover. It's not usually something I'd pay that much for. It was £13. I don't usually pay as much as that for a stand-up comedy. I mean, I always say that the one thing that does not kind of need a Blu-ray release is a stand-up comedy show. Like I said, my favourite comedian of all time is Lee Evans in Monsters. This is, like I say, from Tesco, and it's kind of strange because I saw this in Tesco and I saw this one with the slipcover, which had a few frayed ends to it, but nothing too bad. And then none of the other releases had a slipcover, so I don't know if the slipcover is rare, whether because I know in HMV they don't have any of the slipcover. But then if maybe you get it from Amazon, whether it come with a slip or not, I don't know. And then there was no chance I was going to pay £13 if it didn't have a slipcover. There was no way I was going to pay that because, like I said, I didn't really need it. But it had a slipcover. It's quite a nice one. It's got kind of embossed Lee Evans title on the front. Then we've got actually I think it's debossed Monsters on the front. Then we've got that is all kind of all that picture of Lee Evans is embossed. Not one of his best shows, I don't think. The one thing I always say with Lee Evans is he usually. Because each year his shows get longer, it means that some of the material falls flat. Some of this did fall flat for me. He's wearing down a bit now, I think. I mean, like physically, he's just announced his retirement, and like I mentioned earlier, and but I just love the guy. So it wasn't a bad show by any means, but it's a bit long. It was actually. The one thing that always that did kind of stick out to me is the fact that on the slipcover it doesn't say how long it is. It only says how long it is on the actual case itself. Yeah, it was over 2 hours and 10 minutes, which is a bit too long for a stand-up special. I just think that that Wide and Wonderful Live at Wembley is definitely his best show. It's just packed full of great gags. This is good, but it's far from his best stuff. But yeah, like I say, nice slipcover. Then you get the Blu-ray and the ultraviolet code as well, which I might actually redeem because I do quite like watching stand-up stuff, and it'd be easy to have on an iPad and stuff. If I can get the case back in, which I can't. Bear with me 1 second. There we go. So yeah, not one of his best, but it's still pretty decent. Like I said, I never would have paid £13 for it. I would have waited till it came down in price. But it has a nice slipcover. Like I said, if it didn't have the slipcover, I wouldn't have bought it. But it did, so I did. So yeah, there we have it. That's Lee Evans in Monsters. So that's it. That is my last Blu-ray update. Well, the last Blu-ray I bought in 2014 on the last Bluray update from 2014. Now we'll be doing I will be coming back soon for a video kind of looking back on 2014 and also looking forward to 2015 with my channel and me in general. And also my top of 2014 will be starting on Monday. As of recording this, today is the 27th, which is a Saturday. So there should be a video, hopefully Saturday night, possibly Sunday, I'm not quite sure. And then that'll be starting next week. I don't know when this this update thing will, channel update will come in. I might film it after this actually, but yeah, when you'll see my face, and that'll be my video, obviously. And yeah, so not much more to say. It's been a great, just in general, it's been a great 2014 for Bluray releases, and I hope 2015 is just as fruitful. So yeah, I think that'll about do. So yeah, I'll explain some more stuff in my kind of channel update. But yeah, that'll about do for this video. So until then, please rate, comment and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, and have a great year.